Okay, let's see if I'm ready to do planche push-ups. Or just holds. Okay. I don't even know how to do it.
And acceptable use policy, or an AUP, is a document that identifies exactly what is appropriate and what is not appropriate activity on an organization's network. This is something that might also be documented in the rules of behavior.
More space, I think.
A wide range of technologies that might cover telephones, your computers, your mobile devices, your tablets, and anything else dealing with information technology. The acceptable use policy is generally signed off by anyone who is using the technology in the organization. So if someone is dismissed for violating the acceptable use policy, there's documented information on what was understood beforehand and exactly what particular rules.
Oh, almost. Okay. I know how to do it. It's going to take practice and space. Go this way. Eating the dirt right now. But with practice, I can get there. You also want to apply this training when you're working with third parties. If you have contractors or partners or volunteers accessing these applications, you want to be sure they understand the security implications of doing it. This also allows you, as a security administrator, to make sure that everybody knows about the security requirements. If problems are found later, you can always go back to the training and make sure that everyone knows what the requirements were. One of the roles is to create training data owner. This is usually somebody at the executive level. But I will get there.
Responsibility for the application and for the data. Ultimately, this is the person who's usually signing off on the compliance if it is required for that data. There are also system administrator roles that must be trained. The administrator is the person who's enabling the use of this application or this data. It may not necessarily be someone who uses the application. And the system owner role is usually someone who is separate from the system administrator. This is usually someone who's closer to the business side of the application use. This is someone who can also make security policies and backup policies for the data. And if there's any changes and updates, it would be managed by the system owner. There are also different user roles for the application. Someone who is a user is the person who has the least privileged access to the application and the data. This is the person who is the normal day-to-day user of this application. There might also be privileged users which have higher level of rights and permission.
Try again.
Someone who reads reports or who is an area manager and needs a broader scope of that application or that data. And then there is the executive user, someone who is responsible for the overall of the application. This is the person who is evaluating the operation of the application and makes decisions about what the next steps
I feel like bending my knees. It's going to make it a bit easier.
In today's very socially connected internet climate, most organizations will have social media policies. These will balance what the company's requirements are to social media with allowing people inside of the organization to take advantage of the social media. The policies are usually an extension of the
There's one there.
They expect employees to take personal responsibility and to make sure that what they're putting over social media is something that the company can represent. Part of the social media policy is to also make everyone aware that confidential information is not to be shared over social media, especially for public companies who have legal requirements to make sure that only public information is made available outside of the company. There's usually a very specific company spokesperson. They will handle any public comments made from a public company.
Go again.
Many organizations also have policies for the use of their business
Gotta
email
keep
accounts.
failing.
Some organizations will only allow the business use from a business email account, and others might allow others from both business and personal. One of the goals is to prohibit any type of disruption in the workplace due to messages being sent to the business email account. There might also be compliance issues associated with this. Some organizations are required to limit any personal mail from a business email account. It's also good to document exactly what business email means. If somebody accesses their Google email account from a browser, does that count as personal email or business email? All of this needs to be documented and well defined in the personal email policies.
Try again.
Your hardware or software systems have a failure. There's going to be a lot of questions about the recovery of those systems. What measurement of recovery is the MTTR, or the mean time to restore? This would be the average time to restore a system once it fails. This is referred to as mean time to repair. That's a little bit different than a